Hi everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a pocket page spread featuring the beautiful journaling cards from the Gabby Kit from Felicity Jane. This is the September 2020 kit, and I did have lots of beautiful cards to choose from for this spread, but I've ended up going with these ones here. So I've got this navy card with a polka dot. I've got a mustard gingham card, this one here with the stripes, and I'm also using the back of this card here. This was a bonus card in the paper pack this month. There was another one too that said you've got this, and that one has a mustard polka dot on the back. But I am absolutely loving this multicolored stripe on the reverse of this card, and as much as I love this, I'm going to trim this down and use it as a 3x4 card as well. So they're the 4 cards I'm going to use today. I do have a piece of vellum cut as well that I'm going to use on one of those. I've got 4 photos here. These are from back in March. This is actually when the pandemic really hit here in Australia. So I still haven't scrapped any of those, so I'm going to do that today, which I'm very happy about. I have fussy cut one of the beautiful florals from the floral paper in the kit this month. You can see I've just cut that from the center of the paper there. I'm going to use that on one of my journaling cards. I also have some journaling strips here, and I do have 2 lots of journaling going on here. So I've got the strips, and I've printed out some more journaling onto this piece of Essentials white cardstock, and I'm actually going to make this into a tag, and I've got this reinforcer piece already cut using the Shea tag builder dies. I use this all the time. This little piece here is my absolute favorite, so that's ready to go, and I've just cut that from one of the solid color papers in the kit. I do have the Gabby puffy alphabet stickers that I'm using, and you can see I've already put them onto one of these Essentials label stickers. This is from the Catherine kit. So handy because you get all of these colors in the label. So I'm going to use this yellow label there. And I've also got some epoxy dot stickers. These ones were from the Tory kit, and these ones were from an older kit called Sarah. But as you can see, the colors just coordinate perfectly with the Gabby kit. So I've got those ready to go. I do also have the chipboard bits and die cuts from the kit. There's also the mini wide paper clips here as well. And I do have the Gabby stamp set as well that I want to use. So I've got the phrase keep moving, and this one here that says take a deep breath that I want to use on this spread. Okay, I think I'm ready to make a start, so I'll pop you on fast forward and show you what I've got planned. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to stamp a couple of things that I want to use on this spread. So first up is this one that says take a deep breath. I'm just going to punch that out with a circle punch, and that's going to be one of the embellishments on my first card that I'll be making shortly. But while I've got my stamps out, I'm going to stamp that phrase keep moving onto one of these Essentials label stickers. So I'll do a little test stamp first, and now I'm just going to go directly onto that top label. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now I've just added a little bit of stitching around the edge of that blue journaling card, and now I'm going to add that fussy cut floral that I showed you earlier. I've got some foam squares behind the top flower just to add a little bit of dimension. And now I've got that label that has the March word on it. I was going to add the teal mini wide paper clip, but I thought since the card was already that darker blue colour, I've changed it over to a mint paper clip instead, just to add a little bit more colour there. So I'm going to layer that stamped piece and that label onto the bottom of this journaling card. Just getting everything the way I want it to look. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to also grab my sewing machine, and I'm going to add some messy stitching just to the top of that circular stamped piece there. So just going back and forth at the top of that circle. So I'll just trim off those threads, and then this card will be complete. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to move on to this striped card. So I've got all my little journaling strips here ready to go. I'm just going to add double-sided tape behind those and then just adhere them into those white spaces on the card. So just adding that last one there. So I'm going to grab my sewing machine again and I'm stitching along each of those strips. And now to add some more colour, I'm using a variety of colours of these flexible epoxy dots. So I've got a light blue one or a minty sort of colour, that dark blue, a greenish colour, then I've got a yellow one and finally a pink one. So all the colours from this kit. Alright, so quick and easy, that one's done as well. Happy with that. Next I'm moving on to the journaling tag. So I'm going to adhere that little reinforcer piece at the very top of the journaling. Alright, so now I'm going to just cut the corners so that it is in a tag shape. And that's going to go on top of that mustard gingham card, but I am just going to add stitching around the edge of the tag, and I also need to punch out that hole as well. So now I'm going to just add a piece of twine. We'll just tie that to the top of the tag there, and I will tie that into a little bow as well. So I'll just do a little bow at the top, and then I'll be able to go ahead and adhere this tag to that gingham journaling card. I am just going to add the date down the bottom there, and I'm using the Felicity Jane roller date stamp to do that. And now I can go ahead and stick that onto the card. So I will just center that onto the card as best I can, and then that card is also complete. Alright, so I just have one more card to go here, and that's that striped 6x4 card that I'm going to trim down. So it's now 3x4 in size. I'm going to add that piece of vellum on top just to quieten down the colours in the centre there, because I am going to add some embellishments. So I've just used a little bit of vellum adhesive on that bottom right corner where my embellishment cluster is going to go. I've added stitching to the top and bottom of the vellum. And now I'm making my little embellishment cluster. So I've got the Keep Moving stamped label. I've got that ampersand, a chipboard floral piece. I decided I want that ampersand to go on top of the label instead of underneath, so I just made that little adjustment. I've got the chipboard floral going to the side there, and then I also decide to add this little green arrow as well. So I'll just adhere that one on, and this card is now complete as well. So that's all 4 cards done. I'm just going to put everything into place now with the photos, and I do decide to add one little chipboard piece to that bottom left photo in the blank space there, and that one says "one day at a time." So these cards can now go into my album. I'm still using the 6x8 album from the Noel Christmas kit last year that was available in the shop. Keep an eye out because there'll be some new albums available very soon with our Christmas kit that's coming into the store in October. So I'll leave you with this close-up photos. Please let me know if you've got any questions about this spread, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing how this one's come together. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.